Good morning, students. Open your English treasure book. Today, we are going to continue our chapter number 4, His First Flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty. So, before beginning the chapter, let's discuss some new words we would come across on this page. First one is soaring. Soaring means flying. Second, dizzy. An uncomfortable feeling of spinning around and losing one's balance. Swooped. Swooped means move rapidly downwards through the air. Curveting. Curveting means leaping like a horse. Banking. Banking means flying with one wing higher than the other. Sixth, shrieking. Shrieking means making a high-pitched, piercing cry or sound. Seventh, ridge. A long, narrow hilltop, mountain range or watershed. Cowed. Sound produced by the birds. Ninth, beckoning. Signaling him to follow them, or signaling someone to follow themselves. Now, let's continue reading our chapter. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. The poor or the hungry seagull was surprised for a moment and wondered that why her mother didn't came nearer and gave him the fish. But then he was maddened by hunger or dying from hunger, and then without thinking more about it, he dived at the fish. He flew to catch the fish. This time he forgot that his wings are not so strong, that he can't fly. His hunger was almost on a peak, that he cannot think about anything else except the food. So he took his first flight in the sky. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. So, then what happened? As the seagull took his first flight, he screamed aloud and he stood still, and then he fell outward and downward towards the great expanse, means towards the sea. Then he got afraid that what had he done? Means at that time he realized that he should not do so. He is in the air, but his wings are not so strong to support him in flying. So now what he had done? He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. He was so scared and afraid that he could not hear anything. But this fear was only for a minute. Then the next moment his wings spread outwards and he started flying in the sky. So this is how Seagull's mother taught him to fly in the sky without fear, means fearlessly. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. So, then what happened? When he started flying, he could feel the wind rushing towards him, to his feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings also, as he could not believe that he was actually flying. And now he was not falling downwards to the great sea. He was flying in the huge sky. Now his wings started working and he was flying or we can say he has taken his first flight. He was not feeling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. Here, soaring means flying. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. And here, dizzy means an uncomfortable feeling of spinning around and losing one's balance. Now, the seagull was flying in different directions, like sometimes in downwards and outwards in all the directions. And now, he was not afraid of flying. He was flying a bit dizzy. He was feeling a bit dizzy or uneasy because he was hungry. From one day, he had not eaten something since evening and was sitting in blazing on the ledge all alone. So, he was very much exhausted and tired. Then, he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Gaga, Gaga, Gaga. Gaukula, his mother, swooped past him. Swoop means move rapidly downwards through the air. As he started flying, he was soaring or flying very rapidly upwards in the sky. His mother was watching him from another plateau and showing her happiness by producing different voices. And then his mother also moved towards him and made a very loud noise by her wings. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. Now, Seagull's parents are very much happy. They started flying over him, screaming in happiness that yes, finally our child started flying. He took his first flight today and had overcome his fear of flying. Now, here the word curveting. Curveting means leaping like a horse. Banking. Banking means flying with one wing higher than the other. Here, these curveting, banking, soaring, and diving all are the different motions and movements of flying. Curveting means flying like jumping, just like a horse. Banking means to fly with one wing higher than the other. Soaring means to fly in a upward direction, and diving means by flying in downward direction. So this whole family, his parents, brothers and sister, all of them were flying in different motions to celebrate that time when the young seagull had taken his first flight. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly and commended himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. Now, Seagull himself had completely forgotten that he had not always been able to fly. He was flying very perfectly sometimes. He was flying very perfectly at that time. That sometimes he used to dive, soar, banking, making curves, shrieking shrilly means making high pitched sound very loudly. Now, what was he doing? He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. Now, what was he doing? He was skimming. He was just near the sea, flying straight over it, facing the waves all straight out over the ocean. And here, this word cawed. Cawed means sound produced by the birds, and ridge. Ridge means by the a long, narrow hilltop, mountain range or watershed. Amusedly. Amusedly means by in an entertained manner. Now, when he was flying just over the sea, he saw a vast green sea with little ridges or waves of the sea. Then he turned his beak sideways, produced a sound of cow, cow, very amusedly or happily, and remained flying over the sea. His parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. Then beckoning means signaling him to follow them. His family members were signaling or telling him to follow them, like they were moving their legs slowly on the sea and sitting on the sea waves. So he should also do it like them. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. Young Seagull was not so much trained in doing it. It was his first time. His legs sank into the waves and he started moving downwards in it. He screamed with fright and tried to flap his wings again because he was not having that much practice to wade his legs on the sea waves to sit on them. But he was tired and weak with hunger and he could not rise, exhausted by the strange exercise. Now the seagull was very tired and weak with hunger, so he could not move his wings to fly. He was so drained out and exhausted to learn and practice those new motions like wading or sitting on the sea, flying in the sky, diving in the waves, all these strange exercises. His feet sank into the green sea. Then his belly touched it and he sank no farther. Now, when his feet got sank into the green sea and then his stomach or belly touched the sea, then he realized that he was not sinking anymore. He started swimming or floating like his family members in the sea. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. He had made his first flight. So now, when he started floating on the sea, his parents and siblings became very happy that he had learnt this also, that how can he float on the sea waves without sinking in it, that when they put their feet in the water, their belly automatically allows them to float on it. When Seagull learnt this also, his family members were screaming and praising him and offering him scraps of dogfish in their beaks. And finally, the Seagull had made his first flight and learned to fly in sky without any fear. So students, here we all learned that how this seagull overcome his fear and finally took his first flight, as well as how his family members, especially her mother, made hard efforts to teach him flying. Now this story ends here. Thank you students. I hope you all understood this story. Read it again from your book, and if there is any doubt, please contact me. Thank you.